Okay, I'm going to test something here. I'm going to see how many people are going to come in. I want a live audience. I want a live audience. Okay, let's see. Can I get somebody in here? Guidelines. Come on now. I want to see. I want to see my people. Where you at? Uh, okay. I still don't see nobody coming in here. I figured out. Somebody was calling me earlier. Was it last couple of days? Trying to help me with this YouTube, but I was kind of busy at that time. I couldn't talk to him. My secretary was busy too. Really. So, hey, it is what it is. Um, well, let's continue reading since I don't see anybody in here to talk to me, ask me some questions. Okay, we went through 13. Let's go to 14. Verse 14, Genesis 5, chapter 15. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance. So, even if this was to sanction slavery, they said after 400 years, which was for the last, let's see, 19, 20, 21, 22, last 4 years, for the last 4 years, that nation whom they serve, they're going to be under judgment since 2019. Now, what happened in 2019 that put that nation under judgment? Think about it now. Who came in office in 2016 and went out in 2020 or 2019? Actually, went out in 2019. Got it? So, who came in bringing judgment on this nation in 2020? You got it. And they shall go to their fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. Who are you talking about? That nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance. You see, this is not clear. Who he's talking about? Who's a they? The nation or the people? Well, let's say he's talking about the people. Because the next verse says they should go to thy fathers. So that means you had to be a people. In peace, and shall be buried in a good old age. That sounds good. Mean you're gonna live a long life. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again. Now, 4 generations, that's about, say, about 100 years. For the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. Now, which is where you got to go in your Bible history and find out who are the Amorites, the Amalekites, the Edomites. You got to find out who these people are, what tribe are they in. You want to do that? Y'all want to go into it? I got the Bible to do it right here. Okay, let's get to it. We're going to find out who the Edomites are. Hadn't planned on doing this, but the Spirit said go for it. Then the spirit of the Edomites is not yet full. So that's Edomites, Edomites. Okay, getting closer. Edom. Oh, name given to Esau. Okay. I did say, did I mention Edomites? I did. A name given to Esau, the elder son of Isaac. Genesis 25:30. The word is used to designate both the people who descended from Esau and the country in which they live. The country was also called Idumea and Mount Seir. The inhabitants, Edomites. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So who are these Edomites? The sons of the eldest son of Isaac. Well, this way you got to know your Bible history. You got to know that Abraham had 2 sons. Was it Abraham? Yeah, Esau and Isaac. Was it Abraham? Yeah. Esau and Jacob, not Isaac. Esau was the eldest son, the firstborn. He was red. Now we know these are talking about people when they say nations. Don't believe me, it says right there, Edom red. Remember now, this Bible too, or over 100 years old, so a lot of the truth is still here. They're not trying to hide nothing. Because remember now, some people wasn't supposed to learn to read, so that we was no threat. Now people are reading everywhere, so it's like they're a threat. So we got to change things. We got to delete things. We got to not include things. So the Edomites are the red people, or could you say pale skinned people? Because there is no people red. You don't know. You cannot find me any red people on this planet unless they painted red. But pale skinned people, the red shows through the red shows through their skin. When they get excited or angry, they get red. I mean, real red. You can actually see the color through their skin, pale skin, because the skin is colorless. It's almost, it's real light. Won't say white. We say it's light. So you can see the blood. That's something you can't hide. When you get upset, they cannot hide it. It shows in your face. Your blood rushes to your head. You get red. Um, who was it? Who was it who said rednecks, liberals, and rednecks? Was it Sowell? Was it Sowell? Ernest Sowell? Did he say Ernest may not be his first name, but I know his last name was Sowell. Did he say have a book out that was on my must read list? It says Black Rednecks and Red Liberals. No. Yeah. What was it? I'm gonna think of it. It was Black Rednecks and White Liberals. Yeah. And he was talking about how a lot of the mentality that black people have is just like the rednecks used to have. Yeah. They're not offended by that word. I hope the community is not offended by that word. I'm referencing a book. And I don't think redneck is on the do not speak list. Some people proudly call themselves, I'm a redneck. So this is not a derogative term. So that's the Edomites. By their own admission, they say they're redneck. But not only the neck turns red, the whole body turns red. Okay, so we know who the Edomites are. Let's go back to the scriptures. Oh, this is fun. Hope y'all enjoying it like I am. Okay. Where do we stop at? Amorites. Hmm. I looked up Edomites. Let's look up Amorites. I had the wrong word. Amorites. No problemo. We're going to get to it. Now, see if this was alive, y'all could have corrected me. Amorites. So we're looking at Amorites. It's Amorites. All right. I think maybe it's the same thing. Amorites. Right here. Mountaineers. Okay, these are mountain people. A warlike and powerful nation which in the time of Moses occupied the country on both sides of the Jordan and resisted the Israelites on their way to the promised land. Moses defeated their king, Shion and Og. The Amorites were subsequently conquered by Joshua, but he was unable to destroy them. The term Amorites is often used in the Bible for Canaanites in general, and the conquest they are not after the conquest they are not mentioned except as early inhabitants of the country. Hmm. Okay, so these are mountain people, warlike, powerful nation. Could these be these giants that was keeping the Israelites from going to the promised land? Look like it, don't it? Moses defeated their kings. It's often used in the Bible for Canaanites in general. Hmm. So they became a part of the Israelite nation because after their conquest, they were not mentioned except as early inhabitants of the country. Oh, look like some integration took place here. That's interesting. Well, we're going to cut it off here. I kept my promise to go into it and more in depth because, man, there's hundreds of people who watched the short video. So I told them if I had a lot of interest, I'd go into it. So I'm keeping my word. This is the second uh, live I've done on this. Okay. So thank you all for your interest. And now let me know what you think in your comments and your questions. I'll open the comment section back up. And if you come with something crazy, if you're not constructively criticizing, if you're trying to tear something down, I'm just going to get rid of you, just throw you out. If you're not wanting to build, you're not going to be around us. I will have no patience for destroyers. This is our day. We're not allowing anyone to come in and destroy. We would send you a packing. All right? Y'all in harmony with that? Let me know in the chat or comments. And remember, life is beautiful when you have a natural high. Don't have your head in the sky. Get off the drugs, man. We don't need that. Well, must be something else I got to say because it won't let me out. Oh, let me try this. I love those who love truth. What's the password?